Hey everyone, it's Trojan1979. Welcome to the Sports Gamer channel. Special bonus coverage here of the Beer League NHL94 online tournament, SOH and CorbettKB. We are going to get right into it. 2 games here, back to back. And let's get the link out to everyone in Discord that wants it. If you're out in chat land, go ahead and say something. So this matchup, both players, by the way, SOH and CorbettKB, tremendous players. We've seen Corbett on stream already in this tournament. We haven't seen SOH, but Detroit and Chicago, about as iconic and classic of a matchup as you'll find in the Tier 1. Teams that just completely stacked with talent. And here come the Hawks on the Oregon, good old Dieter rule. Just love that touch about the game. But here we go. Lidstrom checked by Chelios. Chelios takes the zone for Corbett, and now Fedorov flip pass bounces off of his own player. Cicerelli is in there, and looked like Tim Sheldove was able to get on top of that one, and the puck is frozen. Face off now in the Detroit zone. Face off, picked up. Rona can't handle for some reason, gets it off to Steve Larmer on the wing. Fun fact, I think it's Joe Murray on the wing here. Larmer never actually played for the Blackhawks in that season, 94 season. And far post. Chelios from Smith and Murphy. And that comes at 1:49 in the first period. And I see Tom is in the chat. How you doing? Took a half day. Excited to be home. Please tell me you don't walk into the frame without clothes on. I got one child who's home right now, and that's good to hear. He wants to see what I'm up to, though. He's very interested. So, and don't drink my beer either. I'm not drinking yet. It's a little early for that. Okay, so 1-0 game here. Corbett up on SOH. And we have a penalty. Tripping to Paul Coffey. Speaking of coffee, I had some this morning. If you're a coffee guy, let me know what you're doing. Hey, Adam in chat, what's going on? And a slapper from Roenick. No go. And Fedorov with the floater there from Nicholas Lidstrom at 4:32. And that's a shorthanded goal for the Detroit Red Wings. And here comes Yzerman. Taken away by Roenick, takes the zone and clears the puck with 1 second remaining in the period. And this will be the score we take into the second period. So what do you guys got going on this weekend? Love to hear your plans. 1-1 all tied up here. SOH and CorbettKB. And here we go. Second period, we're all tied up here at 1. Roenick looking for anything and feeds up on the wing, taken by Steve Smith. Pass shot directly into Sheldove and turned away, and there's a penalty against the Red Wings, who are already on the penalty kill. And the one-timer attempt is taken away by Smith. Nice defense there by SOH. And Sergei Fedorov is going to join Paul Coffey for 14 seconds at 1:02 in the second period. 2 minutes for cheating. I think that's Vladimir Konstantinov on defense there. And Eddie Belfour, the Eagle. Normally I have my hockey sweater on. It's behind me right now. Tom is going to work the game bus. He should get some NHL94 rewind going for the kids. Show them the heritage. We got a whistle here and a penalty this time on Steve Smith for a cross check. And that comes at 1:46 in the second. And we're going to have Yzerman out for 3:11. That's actually quite harmful. We may see Yzerman make it into the lineup. Splice is not there already. Drake at center right now, and it's 4-on-3. So the tables have turned a little bit. Now Detroit is on the power play. And Christian Rutu is knocked down. Chelios can't get a check on Drake, and there's Yzerman. Yzerman on the left wing right now. And we're getting kind of deep now into the rosters. I don't remember who number 6 is for the Blackhawks, but here comes Chelios. And a shot, and to put back Christian Rutu. All right, so Casera, I hope I'm saying that. I don't know his first name, but that goal comes at 2:55. Shorthanded, and Chicago's up 2-1. And another penalty. Wow, the refs really let him play in the first period, but now. All right, Francek Casera. I'm not going to remember that. A game bus in Tennessee. That would be fun. Is that where you're from, Adam? Chelios takes the zone. And intercepted by Lidstrom. And Lidstrom gets it up to Cicerelli. Again, 2-1 game here. And the shot gets just past Belfour. You got a piece of it, but it goes in, assisted by Drake. 3:52 in the second period, and we're all tied at 2. Cicerelli has a tremendous shot, and even Belfour has to respect it. Here comes Cicerelli. And another shot. Try to go to the same place. That time Belfour gets enough of it, goes wide. And a one-timer feed from Fedorov to Cicerelli. 4:32 in the second period. SOH takes the lead 3-2 over CorbettKB. Smith off the faceoff, looking for anything. Murphy can't handle it. Roenick. Around the back, absolutely destroyed it, and so you got a piece of him there, but that'll end the second period. SOH up 3-2. His Detroit Red Wings on the road against the Chicago Blackhawks. And welcome to the third period. We'll have one more game for you right after this one. And Larmer up to Roenick. And looked like he would have had a decent chance there, but it was poke checked at the last moment. Cicerelli stopped by Belfour right in the crease there. Murphy up to Roenick. And right out and meet them. Shuldove runs right into Roenick. Lucky he was not penalized for that. Roenick, that interference goalie penalty is very common. And there's a backhand floater from Sergei Fedorov, assisted by Cicerelli and Yzerman. Time of the goal, we'll say that's 1:18. Sorry, I had a text there from a hockey mom. I do some announcing for them. So, Adam, the icing rule is when you just clear the puck to the other end and you're not making a pass. So if you don't make contact with the puck on the way to where it's going, it's a way to prevent essentially cherry picking. So icing doesn't apply when you're shorthanded. So if you're on the penalty kill, icing is permitted. But if you're on the power play, icing still applies. So basically right there, if the puck goes all the way to the other end and the other team touches up before you get to it, then it's icing. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm sure you'll probably see at least one more time in this game. And a putback from Roenick, assisted by Chelios and Larmer. 3:21 in the third period, and that is huge. Detroit still on the power play. So that was a shorthanded goal. Lidstrom now up to Yzerman, and now Chelios with a pass breakaway to Roenick there, and Coffey gets the rebound. We're under 1 minute remaining here. 4-3 game, SOH holding on against CorbettKB. Larmer trying to find anything, and is taken down by Coffey. 20 seconds remaining here. Ooh, we've got a penalty on the board. Cicerelli out for the game. If it goes to overtime, that could be interesting. I think Yzerbart's going to come in. Yes, he is. Another option in that position would be maybe Bob Probert. The wings are very deep, so as good as Cicerelli is, you can put any number of wings on the outside. All right, Smith. Or rather, Lidstrom, excuse me, and Rona can't get that last shot off. So, looks like SOH is going to take game one here. Let's take a look at what the next matchup is going to be. Looks like Corbett's going to be Montreal, and SOH is going to be Los Angeles. Another good matchup. Speed and shot power versus defense and an excellent goalie. So I think this could be just as entertaining as what we just saw. A lot of offense. I would say SOH getting the dub over Corbett would be a... I mean, it was his team. I mean, he's a Detroit Red Wings. He loves Yzerbart. Like, that's a team he loves to play with. But, you know, you still got to overcome a tremendous goaltender in Belfour, and Corbett's a great player, but he was able to get it done there. So I think this is just the in-between menu game music waiting for them to get started with the next game. And here we go. Oh, you're welcome, Adam. Hopefully that was helpful. If you have any other questions, don't feel silly. I am not a resident hockey expert from top to bottom, but I understand how the rules apply to NHL94. And how it affects, you know, these rules are loosely enforced here. You know, it's hard to, like penalties, for example, a lot of times they just happen because the computer commits them. It's kind of just a random occurrence. I mean, there are things you can do to incite penalties. But icing is probably the most common thing. And, of course, doesn't send anyone to the box or anything. Because there aren't substitutions or stamina in this game, in the way that we play it, you aren't punished by having to keep your line out on the ice. In real hockey, you can't substitute after you've committed an icing infraction. You have to stay the same skater. So if they've been playing a lot of defense and then they clear the puck, you know, you gotta stay tired out there. So there is some penalty to that. Let's hope they let's skip ahead here in the action a little bit. Okay, looks like we're ready to start. SOH as the Los Angeles Kings, featuring Wayne Gretzky, and CorbettKB as the Montreal Canadiens. And the gray one early on puts one on Wah and is turned away wide. Schneider turns it over in the zone. Gretzky with the second shot already. Rob Blake checked by Eric Desjardins. Desjardins looking for an opportunity, and he gets Kelly Rue to go down unassisted. Desjardins at 38, I'll say, I think 48 seconds here in the first period. And it's 1-0 Montreal already. He had an opportunity to play with Montreal in a modified league where I had most of their roster, I had plus a few extra, let's call them bonus players, but really enjoyed using them. Really, the main issue for them is just not a lot of team speed. So you got to trust your defense. Make, you know, your risk management's got to be on point. But if you can, the thing is they're deep and they have a lot of replaceable players. And that time, Wash shifts to the inside and Gretzky gets him, assisted by Robitaille and Sandstrom. It's tied at 1. Time of the goal, 1:05 in the first period. Take a drink of water here. Adam, to answer your question, I did play it briefly on the Xbox 360, so same generation. I believe that's the one where you can set the ice blue and you get the stars around the players. It has an NHL94 look, but it certainly doesn't play that way, other than the control scheme. But the game itself is still, you know, based on the other thing. I thought it was a pretty good game. I think my son had a lot of time on it. But this is the game that I enjoy. Kings clear it as Montreal's on the power play, and that would have been icing if it was not a power play. All right, Brian Billows picks it up. He's playing center right now. And again, if it wasn't a penalty kill, that could have been icing as well. Dennis Savard looked like he had Rudy beat, but Rudy got a body on him, and he couldn't get the puck off his stick. Gretzky, normally we don't see him play at center in competitive play. Normally he's on the wing feeding the likes of Thomas Sandstrom or Luke Robitaille. But that's where SOH has him and works out for him. Robitaille on the wing. And I think SOH has a similar fondness for Robitaille as he does for Yzerbark. All right, 14 seconds here remain in the first period. All tied at 1. Robitaille lets it go. And Wa's going to stop most of these pot shots. You really have to have, and this is where I'm a big Thomas Sandstrom proponent in a matchup like this, because you have a chance for some shots that can actually beat any goalie because of his 6-shot power. Robitaille looking for an option. Puts one on goal, and looks like Sandstrom is there. And maybe I just didn't notice he was in there before, but he actually takes a shot. It's turned away now. Bellows has it, puts one on Rudy, and 2 rebounds. Turns it away. Blake to Robitaille. The pass shot, no go. Daniel up to Savard and gets the shorthand, puts the brakes on, beats Kelly Rudy with Daniel and Roy at 1:07 of the second period, a shorthanded goal. And an attempt far post shot from Savard does not go. And a pass shot from Gretzky beats Waugh there. So Gretzky doesn't have the shot power, so he goes with the pass shot, gets an assist from Robitaille and Sandstrom, and that's at 1:28 in the second period. And we're at even strength here, 2-2. And another delayed penalty here. And this time, looks like tripping for the great one. 2 minutes at 1:50 in the second period. And Montreal's on the power play. Waugh picks up the loose puck, and looks like he got a little bit too far out from the goal, so they iced it. Or they froze the puck, excuse me. And now Bellows wins the face-off. And Desjardins now looking for an option. Loses the puck. Alexei Zhitnik has it, a breakaway, puts it on Waugh, turned away, excuse me. And a one-timer from Damphouse to Savard. Puck is loose near the logo of the Kings. Carson to Robitaille with a shot. Zhitnik has it. Now back to Robitaille. Knocked down. Desjardins the other way. And Rob Blake had it for a moment, and now looks like Zhitnik's coming the other way. A breakaway opportunity. The brakes are on, and the shot is on, but turned away by Waugh. And the one-timer to Gretzky did not have enough on it to beat Waugh, who does have a couple goals already. A deke and a pass shot. There's that second pass shot attempt. When that works, it looks good. And Vincent Damphouse checked right in front of the net. Can't get the puck off his stick. Bellows, as the time runs out, or winds down, I should say, 2-2 into the third period. So, really close one. Not as much scoring, but certainly a lot of chances. The goaltending, and the defenders, and all 5 players on Montreal, good defensive players. Is that Sean Hill at 43? God, going to the memory banks here. I should remember I played a season with them. But I never really got that far into the bench most of the time. And a shot on Waugh. Waugh turns it away. Damphouse looking for anything on the back of the net. Could be a backdoor situation here. And he goes ahead and beats Rudy straight up. Assisted by Waugh at 1:20 in the third period. Montreal takes the lead 3-2. All right. Damphouse tries to pass it in, and it almost looked like a shot there, but it was turned away. The great one, beautiful pass to Sandstrom on the wing, assisted by Robitaille. 1:46 in the third period. We're tied 3-all here at the Los Angeles Forum. Robitaille gets decked by Dompoos behind the net. He brings it into the zone. And a one-timer to Brian Bellows, assisted by Dompoos and Brisebois. Okay, Brisebois is 43. Time of the goal, 1:6. I think that was 2:16 in the third period, and Montreal has the lead. And a shot almost going over the stick side there of Waugh, but he turns it away. Savard wanted to go short side and got just enough of it, did Kelly Rudy. Savard taken down into the boards. Here comes Robitaille. One-timer, and someone crashed into Waugh, and we're going to have an interference penalty. At 3:31, Robitaille 2 minutes for interference. And I'm really wondering, just going to try to get Sandstrom in there. He put Sandstrom on the wing. So he's going to leave Gretzky. Gretzky is actually he's more valuable in this game as a defender because of his weight and his speed. But his shot is atrocious. He's got good passing, so he can feed other guys that can blow it past the better goalies. And you see with the Kings, most of the time they're playing better goalies. Oh, beautiful spinner on the backhand. That's a Gretzky hat trick, assisted by Sandstrom, also his third. That happens at 4:21 in the third period, and that was a shorthanded goal. We're all tied at 4. Bellows picks up a turnover. Oh, and Dompoos right in front. A power play goal, and that turnover was huge because you just don't have enough time here to respond. If you don't win the faceoff, it's going to be a good game. But wow, a lot of offense here late here in the third period. Gretzky has a chance. It's poke check, and this will probably be all she wrote. Going to clear the puck, I would imagine, and just hangs on to it, and that'll do it. So, game 2, Corbett gets the 5-4 win. So, great game by both players, and a great series between both players. And I'm looking forward to see what they can do as the tournament progresses. So, thanks for watching, guys. As I get other recordings, maybe